Okay, so we're going to have a look at MovieMaker and look at some of the options that are important to consider before actually starting to make the animation that we're going to make. So firstly, we're going to go to Tools and go to Options. And the tab we want to concern ourselves with is this Advanced tab. We don't worry too much about General or Compatibility, but Advanced is the really important one because it contains mainly the two sections that are of the most importance. The first one is picture duration. Now, picture duration is how long is a picture going to be when it's dragged onto your timeline. Now, you can see at the moment the default is 5 seconds. If you imagine having your animation change one picture every 5 seconds, that is going to be a very jerky and slow animation to watch. So obviously we want to make it a much smaller number. Even taking it down, say, to 1 second would still be a jerky animation. So we need to get this number to be as small as possible. Now, this is obviously important to do now because it does have an impact on how many photos you take. Now, the smallest we can make this number is 0.125. This means that you're going to need 8 photos for every second of your animation, and that's something you're going to have to consider when you're moving characters and changing sets and taking photos, remembering that you're going to need 8 photos for each second. The other thing we need to check is just a quick look at the video properties. You want to make sure that the video format is set to PAL. For the aspect ratio, you can decide whether you want to go with 4:3, which is standard, or 69, which is widescreen. There is one other change you need to make, and that is to change to the timeline, which we've just done here. And what this does is gives you a lot more control over your video. It means that you can see the pictures far more clearly. If you want to add transitions or audio effects, it means you have more control over them.